Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Oh yeah, Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, baby. You know what the deal is. It's NERDSoul gaming time, and we got some gaming news. All right, we got some gaming news, and we got some stuff to review to a certain degree. We got some small topics, some big topics, but we going look. All right, we got to introduce the guests. So while you're hitting like and subscribe and all that stuff, sharing it to your friends, your mama and them, all right, right over here or over there, I can't remember what box, but anyway, Twice God of Destruction. All right, Tekken done held it down on done beat Tekken 8 so much he don't even want to play no more.
I don't want to play no more.
I give it to Open Mind. What's up?
What up, NERDSoul family, FGC gaming community? And speaking of that God of Destruction, they just announced they about to do a rank reset, so they about to push me back to Tekken King, but it's gonna sit there because I don't care. I'm not finna climb back up to the top.
Oh, you not? You don't want to? He said Leroy.
I'll be on other game. Yeah, Leroy retired, so I got there twice. I'm not finna do the third time. I'm good. It's not that serious to me. So if they reset me back to Tekken King, then it's gonna be a Tekken King Leroy, and I'm good with that.
It's not a problem. I just always make sure that you come to me. I'm your number one practice dummy. You know,
fact.
All right, and we got the host with the most. All right, from the third coast. I give to you, TJ Storm. What's up, man?
Well, thank you, NERDSoul. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me on the show, the FGC community. You know, if you can always find me on PlayStation Network, that's the only network I mess with, you know, and I don't have anything to co-sign that. There's no sponsorship or what have you, but definitely if you want to catch these buzzes, you can find me at TJ Storm. TJ Storm on the PlayStation Network. No numbers, no anything. Just find me. This is a fighting game. I don't mind losing. I don't mind winning. I definitely play to have fun. And I don't want you to be salty. Like, you know what? Just not to segue, not to get off topic, but just to throw it in there. Are you salty about how you use a character in the beta? Behooves me. Behooves me.
Oh, also, TJ, you play first-person shooters too. You got to throw that in there. You're not just fighting game, but
I play first-person shooters, and then just to not stray away from anything or not touch a million topics. Ninja Gaiden 2 definitely been in my play cycle. Once I seen that, I'm a fanboy. Where as soon as I got it, I had to beat the second day. Like, I just had to play the game. Like, no matter how many times they re-release this game, I'm gonna purchase it. They got my money. I'm gonna support. But first person shooter, Call of Duty, punching babies, don't ask no questions.
All right. Well, we're gonna start off. We got some bad news. I say some bad news. NetEase undergoes some Marvel Rivals layoffs, and with the layoffs, because the reason that this is kind of weird is people were saying, well, hey, this game is a hit, right? So if this is a hit, why y'all having layoffs? And then, of course, amidst the layoffs, people are like, well, hey, what's going to happen to the game? Is the game going to go well? Things of that nature. How's it going to play out? And of course, people start firebombing, the review section. They've been, threatening some of the developers and stuff, things of that nature. And it just seems like another tale of tech layoffs where it seems like something is profitable. Seems like something is running well. But even in the story, it says, since its launch in December 6th, Marvel Rivals has become one of the most popular hero shooters in the world. In the last 3 months, the game has surpassed over 20 million downloads across PC and consoles. NetEase isn't the only game developer that has laid off staff in 2025. In February, Hi-Res Studios, the creators of Smile, Paladins, and Rogue Company, underwent significant layoffs that impacted its esports projects. My question is, because of course I don't know, I ain't there, but I'm wondering if this is a situation where the game is profitable and the people at the top want to concentrate The profits at the top.
Hey, hey, money in politics. I definitely want to just not to be political, not to throw shade or anything, but there's a level of money grab.
All right.
And let's reconstruct, let's downsize, let's scale. And you get that back and forth, but at the end of the day, sometimes I'd be feeling indifferent. You have a great product, you have you have good support. Why stop now? Why the huge cutback now?
Yeah, it seems like the gravy train was rolling. So I don't know. I haven't played Marvel Rivals seriously, but I know people are loving it. The game looks great. I've been on this channel many times saying like y'all should have dropped an animated series for this too. Like y'all got the models, so you might as well go on and give it to us. Go on and give us that too. But
right,
I don't know. Open mind, you got any thoughts?
Man, this is Coop's game, right? I know Coop listens to I know Coop go comment in the comment section. So I'm gonna say this. My heart goes out to Coop right now because this is Coop's crack. Marvel Rivals is Coop's crack. So
he need this game.
But he admitted to this. I'm not digging at him at all. He's admitted to this being his crack. So I'm just concerned. This is my response to this. I just want to know, is Coop okay?
Ooh, so Coop, comment in the comments. Coop just messaged me. Coop say he's still at work. So
Thank you, Coop.
You know what I'm saying? We got love for you out there still working.
But he gonna watch it. So he gonna comment in the comment section. So I want him to know. Coop, I just want to know, is you all right, bro? Comment in the comment section. Because they laying people off over there, Marvel Rivals, and I don't know what this means, but that's his game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just concerned for Coop. That's it.
I hope this don't turn into no multiverses situation, man.
Oh, you beat I think me that's what to it. Yeah, beat me to it. Go ahead. Why'd you bring it up? Why'd you bring up the hurt? Oh, jeez.
The pain.
Oh, it hurt. It's so deep. They cut you deep. They give you something great. They take it away. They give it back to you. They take it away.
You know what?
Give it back. One more goal. 3 strikes you out. Oh, no.
Speaking of DC, let me go in and hit this other piece of news. People are floating around this idea that Marvel Rivals type shooter with DC characters is a possibility, according to James Gunn. James Gunn is kind of over the film side of DC over at Warner Brothers Discovery, I believe now. I want to ask you two, do you care?
I'm going to actually say I do.
And really? Okay.
Here it is. This is why. When I look at DC and I look at Marvel, as a shooter, it fits the platform for DC better. With Marvel, I wanted to see more powers. Because Marvel thrived on real life people with powers. Here in the DC universe, everybody was just basically an alien. Batman, the only normal person with just a genius mind.
There's not a lot of humans. I mean, I know people are going to come in the comments. They're going to say like Jon Stewart's a human, but he has alien powers through the ring. So, I mean, I guess, yes, Barry is a human, but he's a meta-human because he has the super speed. You got Green Arrow, he's human. You got like Huntress, you got characters like that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of aliens out there.
Right. And, when you look at the universe, again, it's almost like Capcom and Mortal Kombat. When you look at Marvel and DC. And when you look at how they fit the platform in the form of Mortal Kombat looks more realistic. Not to say DC is more cartoonish, but their action is on a more grander scale. They're not as flashy. Therefore, you can make a good CGI DC anime of anything, but I don't think it will scale over well with a Marvel. That's just my take. Not to not to dismiss the idea, but here it is. I think it would work better with a DC platform than it has with the Marvel. Not to take away that it's great with Marvel. It's just build, archetype. In my, it's my opinion.
Yeah,
It's my
I feel
perspective.
you on that. Character wise, I think they'd be fine.
Right.
Company
Company
wise,
wise,
man, DC can't look. You know what? Maybe Warner Brothers should just sell DC.
that's too tough. That's too much like
Maybe
right.
that's it. Cause
That's
y'all
just too
don't.
much like right.
Cause y'all don't really know what y'all doing.
Is who should
Y'all be
purchase
messing stuff.
DC? That's
Who can
where
afford DC?
And
Well,
then are they gonna
Apple has their Apple TV stuff. Amazon.
right? Who can afford DC and do something with forward motion?
So
I guess.
they are saying something to the effect of it said Marvel Rivals like. So they're gonna try to make it live service in that regard.
Yeah. Well, that's what James Gunn is saying is a possibility. But I mean, look at the Gotham Knights or whatever, and look at the Suicide Squad game. Like they be messing stuff up over
So
and over.
it just brings up that ultimate conversation. What if, to me, it's one of the ultimate things, if a gaming studio acquired the rights to any comic book franchise, what could they do with whatever the genre may be? It would just be phenomenal because everybody want to see things in motion nowadays to the effect where
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, hey, we wait, the anime is great. It gives you the idea, but we still want to see it in motion. I mean, a manga. My
Yeah. It's
apologies. I
like
said that backwards. The manga is great, but we want to
you
see it
got
in motion with anime. So here it is. If you had one of these gaming companies acquire somebody like DC, like Namco just acquired DC.
If Bandai Namco got his hands on DC, like it didn't have to worry about Warner Brothers at all, then I'd be like, cool. I'd be like, cool.
That'll be something that I think that'll be something to see. That'll be something worth seeing. Nothing against Warner Brothers and what Ed Boon and them have done with it. Done great over that midway with the DC characters, with the DC platform. I think because of what they've done with the DC platform, they've taken them to where they are now, as far as in the gaming industry. But when it comes to, here it is, a first-person shooter.
Yeah, or kind of, I guess, sort of like a live action. I mean, not live service, live servants, like third-person shooter, kind of.
Hey, everybody wants to create the ultimate fantasy world, just like everybody wants to create the ultimate Dungeons and Dragons game. So, at what point it's just about creativity and giving people, that young energy a shot to, see something thrive. A lot of times they start off with a small company, they go big scale, then they give cutbacks and make it seem like the game is not profitable or it's not moving in the units that it's supposed to be. So they have to do these cutbacks. And it's just propaganda. That's what I meant by the whole politics of it all.
Well, I'd like to say, because earlier you asked, do we care? I personally just don't care. I mean, I'm not gonna play it, and it's not because I don't like DC, right? It's not because I don't like DC.
Right.
I'm not gonna play it because me and TJ Storm gonna be on whatever the fighting game is at the time, and I'm just gonna be so focused on that and consumed with that. Now, I might dabble into this in between time with TJ Storm, but I'll say this. Let me say this. Don't say don't care. I'm neutral. I'm neutral.
We raised the bar. We
neutral to negative.
I'm neutral on it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm just neutral. Whatever. I'm like whatever with that situation.
All right, cool. Well, all right, we got one more thing before we get to our big topic. This kind of links back to the conversation that Open Mind and I were having about $100 games and games not being finished. It seems like we're getting another update about Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. It looks like the game is actually finished now, even though it released like 2 months ago.
And I waited. I waited. There have been so many beat 'em ups, and nothing against Rita's Rewind, nothing against G.I. Joe, nothing against
G.I. Joe was horrible.
But again, I looked at it, and this is where it was the opportunity to say, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it drops. Not for free, but I'm gonna wait till it drops in price. I want to play it. I know I'm gonna play it for about 3 days, give or take. Once I find out how to level it up, it's kind of like how Contra was. I played it, I leveled up, I figured it out. What happens is, to me, it get a little bit lackluster. It's like Streets of Rage set the bar.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage set
the bar. Streets of Rage now.
So, to the fact where I play Streets of Rage from start to end, every time I play the game, I can play it start to end. Happy. Absolutely happy. And I get on Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, and I feel like, it's great. I like it.
It's alright, but it's not.
It's not.
I feel you.
They could have really just gave it more, and not even had to redraw. People would have been happy. Go ahead.
Nerd, me and you have beat this topic down, so I actually want to get TJ Storm's take on this. How do you feel, TJ, about games being $100? Because I done beat the dead horse.
Like AAA titles.
Yeah, Coop to beat the dead horse. So since you on the mic, like, because I didn't gave it, I know you heard that video. How do you feel overall, in general, about games costing $100? Go ahead, you got the floor.
They've been $100. They've been $100 for a long time.
But didn't I say that though, nerd?
They've been $100 a long time for me. It honestly, there was a solid games with $59.99. That was $60 plus the package. Once you add that $39.99, that's $40 for the DLC of the characters, or for the map pack,
you buy them seasons
or whatever you're doing. Or it wasn't season; it was packages at first. The names always change. It was a package. It was $20 because before it was a package, and then they see how it transformed. Then it became monthly, $20 here, $20 there, $20 there. Those $20, that's $80. Basically, 4 seasons, $20, $80. Then it raised it to $25. At this point, we're definitely paying $30. Per season. A solid $30 per
by the time you finish Street Fighter 5, you done paid about $400.
Tekken 9, they gonna be getting it for the 40. Street Fighter 7, they gonna be getting us for the 40.
So do you agree or disagree with games costing $100? We know they've been costing that. Like, how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? I remember
you calling me complaining about it one time about how much money you spent. Go ahead.
Right. Here it is. I would buy the game. If I'm a fan, I'm gonna buy the game. I know my automatics. Street Fighter, Tekken, Call of Duty.
All right.
And basically just anything retro redone. Like Shinobi, waiting on it. Ninja Gaiden, waiting on it. Onimusha, waiting on it. Anything retro, I'm waiting on it. Especially Onimusha, I've been waiting for that to come back. So I know they're gonna get me for $89. My problem is, why am I not getting a complete game for the $100 that I'm giving you? Why am I getting here it is, you give me all these great visuals, but they'll give you a game that's 80 hours, but of what? Just probing, exploring the map, making sure that you basically ran around the whole map. You saw every inch of it. You saw this world that I built. I built it for 100 hours. I got you for 100 hours. Well, hey, it's better be worth my $100. The one game I see with an astronomical price, Civilization. Oh my! Have you ever looked at the Civilization game pricing? Just to go in there and build.
I never pay attention to it because I don't play it.
Exactly, you should, and you wouldn't be talking about this $100 that we spending on this Tekken. You will be surprised, because here it is. As a gamer, as a fan, as a hobbyist, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna support it. if I'm a fan of it. If it's something new, I'm gonna give it a look. For what I'm looking for, I came from 8 bits. Everything is visually perfected now. There was a time when I couldn't wait for it to look arcade perfect. Now everything is 100% arcade perfect. There's no such thing as arcade perfect anymore. It's the game that you're getting. It's what we're receiving. I want to receive a game with less bugs if I'm going to spend $100.
Now, NERDSoul, you said a lot of the stuff he just said, so you kind of like all of us mutually agree that these games need to be finished. If you're gonna charge me $100
game, the last game I feel that was finished that I was so happy about purchasing and played and played and played, Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4. It had hidden characters. It had an arcade mode. Like, it was finished. And he messed up that mode when he tried to make the other games. He broke the mode by starting off something right, which is a complete game with hidden characters. Then you could add on a DLC character. Nowadays, Tekken had the best formula, time release characters. The game was fully built. It was fully built. Every character that they wanted, everything that they needed, and time release. Just time release. It's already there. It's going to happen when you play the game for those set amount of hours. It gave you a challenge. Okay. And that's, if they find a way to rebuild that into the games, that $100 would be more worth it. It'd be easier to give you 120 actually. Because that's what they're doing, the price going up. Yesterday's prices ain't not today's prices.
There go that Fat Joe reference.
You know what? I don't know if somebody coined that phrase, but I'm glad Fat Joe said it.
Fat Joe, we don't like Fat Joe, but we have.
I'm glad he said it. I'm glad he said it. He coined the phrase, and I'm glad he said it. Nevertheless, they can still catch these buttons. But again, to not double down on everything, but $100 is definitely. That's common. It's almost basic. I'm happy to see a game like how Streets of Rage was $30. Or was it $40? And you see the replay value on that. You see the time and energy that they put into that. That's what I miss. I miss that passion. You can see a game that somebody literally took their time to do and just put their all into it. That's why Ninja Gaiden 2 was such a great selling game back in the day, where you can see somebody took their DOA time days right there. Right. They took their time to give you their vision. And now here it is, you have this vision, but there's so many other politics of when you can show something or when you can or cannot do something. So it takes away from the effect of, should I give you my $100?
Yeah. I feel you on that.
I ain't got $100 to give them. I'm good.
All right, so we're going to jump into the main topic of this evening.
That's why we here.
This weekend that just passed, man.
And I know y'all see it on the
SNK said, man, like, I know y'all been watching the commercials. Y'all been seeing the little trailers and stuff. Y'all done played that King of Fighters. Y'all done King of Fighting. All right, but now you gonna need some of that Fatal Fury. Oh, come on to the City of the Wolves.
They did a lot.
Yeah,
they did a lot. And I tell you, they did a lot with the beta. It almost felt like they was updating it day by day, and you just didn't know that they were. Or as you got used to the mechanics, initially it felt stiff. Then I was thinking it played like King of Fighters. But then I realized they stripped away a lot. It made you relearn to play the game. I liked it.
And that's all that was. Now I want you to pop off, TJ, because I'm gonna pop off a lot, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Here, let me tell you the thing that struck me the most. Mm-hmm. The characters that you know that they have, and that the characters they know that they've advertised. They took away. They made you wait for it. They made you wait for it. They gave you they gave us a taste of what's to come. I had to, and over the weekend I had to let it savor. I had to let it just.
Are there some characters? Are there some characters that you guys already don't like?
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
like
say
it.
that. No, no, no. Like I like everybody the way they are because the characters that are not available yet. For the characters that we don't like, they ain't the characters that they gave us are just stand-in. That's just somebody just to again give us a taste of what's to come. Because once I got that understanding of, you remember when you saw me do that knee, then I canceled the knee, and then it came to the
Yeah,
EX variation.
they see it on the screen right now.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I'm showing footage right now, so they
here
seeing
it
what's up.
is. I lost a lot. I lost a lot to relearn the mechanics of the game. I love that they brought everything back. It made you really play again. It made you do special moves again. It made you realize that
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
beat on somebody, and hey, they may not open this. You can set them up for the attack. Everybody want to press a button now, and it made you more engaged. I really was engaged to the effect where I'm trying to counter them, and they wild punching me. It's like, why am I not getting
yeah.
a wild punch, or why am I not getting to just defend? And it's, everything was just relearn the game. But they definitely held back on the character roster. They
But it's a
definitely
beta.
held on it. They held on it good.
It's a beta.
At that, but they still held on it. They held on it.
Well, I'll say
Ooh,
this
they
because I know
held
you two are
back.
masters. I'll say this. As someone who doesn't really play a lot of SNK, the last SNK ish game I played was Capcom versus SNK, which isn't really very SNK.
And
But
that's coming.
the player I used was Rock Howard. So I was like, you know what? I know Rock Howard's moves, but let me try somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
So Vox, because I've played my Shuanui as well, so I was like, I'm not gonna play my. So I looked around, I was like, all right, well Vox got a cool stance, and he kind of got some of the moves I like. Like I said, like I told Open Mind, I was like, he has a dive kick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He does have kind of like a speed like rush move sort of.
yeah.
He
Rush
has
down.
he has
A
like a little
DP.
fire thing and a little DP kind of move. He
Right.
doesn't have a teleport, but I guess you can't have everything. You can't. Everybody
Yeah.
can't be Faust from Guilty Gear. So that's what I really look for. I'm like, all right, look, how close? Who's the closest to Faust in this game? So I played with him a little bit. I did like it. I did like feeling the game out a little bit because you didn't get to practice with the characters. So
Right.
I thought that was interesting, kind of feeling that out, seeing kind of how it felt to be in a brand new game.
Mm-hmm.
That was is kind of the same feeling I had when I was playing Corrupt for the first time.
Okay.
Even though I've kind of like picked my guy, I got a guy Revolver. He has a teleport
Yeah, I
into a
saw you
dive kick.
going. I saw
Right.
you go ahead with Revolver. I saw you go ahead.
So he
I
has a
saw you
teleport.
go ahead, Mike.
But and to piggyback off of you, to not get off the time frame, and not to take away from you, but they did that on purpose, where they
Mhm.
didn't give you a practice mode. They didn't want everybody learning the game. No,
They
they
didn't,
gave us
and
a
I agreed
taste.
with it.
And
Yeah,
at first I complained about it. I initially complained, like, why would they give me this and not allow this part? Just
yeah,
It's just the character, you think it's just the character, but then I know I really wanted to hone in on that one character before I go into anything. To the effect where I didn't even play rank. I casually just I played casual match. All casual match. I was everybody's practice dummy.
yeah.
100%. If I beat you once or twice, trust me, it was no nothing, no harm, no foul. It was just a experience. And it gave me a taste of what's to come. It left me wanting more. I
All right,
even,
so
you
it's
know
my
what?
turn to pop off.
Go ahead, because
It's
I
it's
definitely signed on it today.
listen. I absolutely loved this game, but I will admit, the first 2 hours I was irritated, just like TJ Storm was, because I was like, and it had nothing to do with practice mode, because I played a lot of betas that didn't have practice mode. Like that's
Mhm.
to me, just like TJ Storm said about the games being $100, it's pretty standard for a beta to not have a practice mode. The reason for that, and I was going back and forth with somebody on my Blue Sky timeline about this, it was like, what y'all tripping about? It's just a beta. they're just testing the net code right now to make sure it's not to see what bugs are. They'll give us practice mode when the game come out, and you can sit there and lab all you want to. Yeah, man, but I want practice mode. But I was just like, the first 2 hours, just like TJ Storm said, it was clunky. It was, I think I made a reference to this about a year ago when the three of us was podcasting. I said something to the effect that King of Fighters, if I had to use an alcohol reference, it's beer, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna give Fatal Fury the same alcohol reference. It's beer with a lemon twist.
With a lemon twist?
It's beer. It's still beer, but it's got some lemon twist to it. Some lime.
I would think you gave with the little umbrella. Wine cooler.
But it's still beer. Wine cooler, that's a good one. It's carbonated drink though. It's a carbonated drink, and you have to like the taste of carbonated drink.
Here it is. I can double down and not that double down is not the phrase. That is not it. I can piggyback. I don't even want to piggyback. I can go so many different directions on what I didn't like. You can see the bugs, you can see what special attacks was there. I was just throwing it out there. I got a little spoiled by Tekken because, when there was a way to pick a character, there was a way to pick a character. They let you play with the colors. They let you play with the matchup. Okay. They let you play with certain features. They really held back on the game. They gave us a new game. And they gave us an example of what's to come.
What's to come, yeah, exactly.
And you know what? That was initially I was on some the irritation was high until I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it 3 hours. And I gave it 3 hours. Yeah. And once I got hooked in and just playing online, it made me want to keep the game. So I'll say this. I tried the whole roster out because my character is not there. Marco Rodriguez, Gato, and Hakuto Maru are my characters from Mark of the Wolves. And TJ Storm knows this because we played Mark of the Wolves when we were kids. So because I didn't have my characters, I was like, all right, I'm playing this beta until it's out. And I'm teaching myself how to play because I don't have a practice mode. Right. Here's what I absolutely loved about this game, and I don't care how the FGC feels. Come for me if you want to, because I got clips on y'all. So come for me. I love the smart style controls. Right? Okay.
Here's why. I played Street Fighter 6 on Modern, but everybody needs to remember about me. Remember this about me. I'm still number one hitman on PlayStation on DNF Duel.
Hold up, still?
Okay? I'm still number one hitman. I just peeked in there to look. There's somebody on my tail. He got like 4,000 wins, but he ain't got 6,000. So listen, DNF Duel is modern control. The directional button,
true.
Forward, down, and back with the X button to do your special moves. One button super, right? That is DNF Duel's core. Like, you can do inputs, it just gives you more damage. If you do a quarter circle or forward down forward instead of just the forward directional stuff, it gives you an extra 5%, 10% damage on that same move. But the core button mechanics, because it's the first of its kind, DNF Duel, is modern controls. So since I already have a muscle memory for the smart style controls, I'm saying modern controls, but it's actually called smart style on Fatal Fury. It was my intention before the beta came out to play on smart style and just to see how it feels. And the first couple of hours I wasn't liking it because I was spoiled. Like TJ said, he was spoiled with Tekken. I was spoiled with DNF Duel and spoiled with Street Fighter 6. But then I started figuring stuff. I was like, wait a minute, because some of the moves, they just basic move with smart style. But you gotta do the inputs for the other moves for the character to do the fierce version or the EX version. Because at first I wasn't figuring it out, but then I figured it out. I was like, oh, I can actually play on smart style and do the same combos everybody else doing on classic controls and string them together. I just need to do the input, do the quarter circle, do the whatever, the chain stuff, because they got like chain combos where you can do a move, do a special move into another special move, which is the SNK type of game. That's how SNK games are. You can do a special move into another special move into another special move into a super. That's just SNK style of fighting. When I figured out I could do that on Smart Style, oh my God! Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. Okay, on my Open Mind account, I ranked up to B5, right before the beta ended. But I kept getting matched to just Terry Bogards and Rock only, right? Just Terry Rock, because once you get high up in rank, you start fighting the same character. So this is what I did. I went on my Ghost account and started over from the beginning, and I played it for like the last 4 hours of the beta, and I ranked back up to B5, and I had like a 35 game win streak with like 2 losses.
Wow!
Because once I figured out the game, the mechanics and how to. I remember I told you this, NERDSoul, a long time ago. I just said something to the effect of fighting games, period. Because you asked me this and I broke it down for you. How do you get good, so to speak? How do you get good? The first thing you do is master the mechanics of the game.
Right.
Then learn how to use your character and implement the mechanics that you just learned with the character. So no matter who you main, because none of these 8 characters that they gave us, I'm going to make. And I've never been a Terry Bogard man. Never. TJ Storm will tell you. But this version of Terry Bogard is, I'm telling you, I'm going to be playing with him when the game drop, along with Marco Rodriguez and Gato and the other 2.
You know,
but
I kid you.
Terry Bogard, I didn't know I liked him until I started playing with him, because I played with the whole roster. I tried everybody out, and it's Smart Style, because you can mash one button and get the combo. Do I like this combo? Do I not like this combo? Okay, so let me try with the inputs, because you can, just because you're on Smart Style, don't mean your inputs cancel out. You can still do the actual input and get the same move. It's just that your buttons are different. I just changed my buttons at the end of the day. I'm on Smart Style controls, but I am still doing inputs. A lot of people just see that S on that game, or it's an M for Street Fighter 6, but just because I'm playing on modern controls, I mean, I'm not doing inputs on my controller. You don't know what I'm over here doing. I'm connecting my combo.
And here's what I want from that. Oh, go ahead. Keep going. I'm going to take that note.
So my thing was, that's what I absolutely love about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, is that Smart Style controls, it's limited in one thing. It's one thing you can't do, but you don't really need it anyway. You gotta have classic controls to do this specific thing on Fatal Fury. If you want Smart Style, it won't let you, even if you do the input. And that's canceling the feint, doing the feint.
That's correct.
It's called, I read that. The feint is where you do a fake move where the character does a gesture but don't do nothing. You gotta be on classic to do that. But everything else you got access to.
Right. So for me, 2 things.
So for me, I saw that and I was like, okay, I can't feint, but I can just defend, I can guard crush, I can guard cancel, I can string combos into supers. Okay, so I'm missing one thing, which I totally agree. I'm not even mad about it, because smart style controls is powerful, just like modern controls.
You said
powerful.
That's exactly where.
It's powerful. I have access. I can go to my move quicker. I don't have to do the 4 down 4 input to get the DP. I'm pressing forward and a button, and my reaction time is a lot better with that joint.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So it gives not to say an argument, it gives a big question. Why not go modern if you're going to get the same power? There should be a higher reward for doing the actual move. Not to say that it doesn't denounce. I love the idea that it brings players to the game, but it should be more. I feel that
I left that out.
Right. No, but that's just it. The modern control and the classic control, the scale that the percentage is not that noticeable at all. It's not a noticeable difference at all.
That's true.
And that's where you get. Why not do the same thing? Why not to say modern control gives that mash button effect of back in the day. If you can do it classic, you're going to get the same power effect. Now they tip the scales of giving you an opportunity to do something at a faster rate, by just giving you a button combination as opposed to two gestures. It gives you a direction and easily 10 digits. You can 10 code with 6 buttons, you have 8 buttons. But you can, if you hotkey in with 10 buttons, with 10 numbers numerically, in a sense, it's a numerical input. So here you have, here you have.
That there is a nerf there though, and I'm remind you.
And that's exactly what I was saying.
Check it out.
Go.
King of Fighters 15, 14. I want to say 13, but I'm not sure. You remember how you have the auto combo into super, level 1 super? That's always been there, and that wasn't even modern controls. They nerfed that on Fatal Fury. You get the auto combo, but it doesn't combo into super. You got to do the input at the end of that combo to get that super. It's not gonna. You can't mash into super. So there is a nerf, which I'm fine with, because I kept doing it. I was like, why is it not giving me my super? Because I'm used to King of Fighters. I'm used to SNK games like that. Right. But they nerfed that, so you don't get the combo into super with this auto combo on Smart Style. You got to do that input to get that super at the end of your combo.
And I totally agree with you. Like, nothing's wrong with that. Where I'm getting in is there was when you think about how the transition of, in order to do that combo, a person would have to practice that motion with both, with their hands per se, whether it be joypad or arcade stick. They had to practice the motion of executing that said move. Here you have right now here, and you get the damage is the damage. Now you have an opportunity to do the same damage by just rapidly pressing the numerical key.
Now I wonder how that squares up with. How does that square up with basically players that are all on hitbox or a hitbox like type, controller? Like, because technically, even though they might be on, I guess, classic controls for terms of this argument, they're kind of on modern.
They are.
There it is. They are. They're absolutely
because they're using the hitbox and they're not doing no inputs with their fingers. They just tapping a button.
They're just typing a button in. There again, you change your stroke. Where in this particular time, I can see there was a time where if you was left-handed or right-handed, everybody not ambidextrous. So here it is. Arcades were designed around one side. Where left to right, and here it is. What about the other people? How are the other people going to manage to get into this particular genre? So they created avenues, and the hitbox is amazing. I'm definitely thinking about segueing into the hitbox because it basically created perfect input instead of
which is why Smart Style and modern controls is fun. I think they level the playing field. In all
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
just by any game, we're just using Fatal Fury for example because that's the topic. But future games, the word modern controls, you kind of have to do that with your game so that the people can keep up with the souped up controllers that they're using. Because it's basically like back in the day, me and TJ Storm, the little turbo controllers where you can just hold the button down and get turbo effect.
Oh, snap. We took it back with the turbo controller.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking it back. I told y'all. Me and TJ Storm are both Tekken 1 years old. That's how old we are. We Tekken 1 years old. So we going back. We taking it back to that time. And but I feel like, and I'm talking to the people who shun this, those who may come across this video and say, "Oh, you playing on easy controls."
That's not it.
Here's what y'all don't get about me. Stop dismissing me like I'm a scrub. Because if I know how to, I can do inputs. I don't have to. In other words, if there's a shortcut I can take, why not? You took it by buying a hitbox. You took a shortcut. by spending $300-$400 on your hitbox controller, so you don't have to do this with your thumb, right? You just want to type like a computer. You taking a shortcut, so why can't I take a shortcut so I can keep up with you in the skill level?
Well, because also, if the argument was true, then every modern control player would be a, master rank or god of destruction or whatever the high, you'd be on the top floor in Guilty Gear. If that was the case, if modern controls was the answer, then everybody would be a god of destruction, or everybody would be master, grandmaster rank, or whatever. 'Cause I know they're about to change the ranks in Street Fighter. So if that's the case, they be all those top ranks. But I want to.
It's about you. It's about you, the person that's playing. Though it's the car. It's the driver. It's not the car. Go ahead.
Where the argument could never be, modern control and hitbox. It's gonna always come down to the. Classically, they made it this way, so they want to keep that history,
which they should.
Therefore, they won't. I don't think there's going to be an opportunity for them to give modern control full 100% power. And
nor should they.
And
I'm fine with
at the same given token, I think the damage scale should just be changed to the effect
but they may do that though. It's still
that's just what it's going to take to keep people engaged. Where that person that's playing on modern control should definitely do it 7.5 times more than that person that had to do it 5 strokes.
But then, go ahead.
That's what I was just saying.
I was just gonna say, I definitely agree that doing the input should give you more damage reward than pressing the button.
But what about the input of people on hitbox? Because then you still have that weird kind of midpoint of they're doing the input, but they got a hitbox.
Okay,
so they're not doing the they're not. It's just tap,
right,
and it's it.
Right. So
that's just about changing with the time. That's about there's no way to keep up with everything. So the way to level the playing field is to just put modern controls in the fighting game, whatever it is, so that you don't have a hitbox. You got the old school control pad, or you got the fight stick. Like Tori got a TJ Storm, he got a custom fight stick. It's dope. I love it. Every time I come in the house, he put me on it just so I can play it. Like I just want to play on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't play on fight stick, but he always dismisses me when I say that, because when I sit down and play on fight stick, I'm just as good as I am on pad. But he don't let me get away with that. I just prefer to play on pad. But I am just as capable. It's like riding a bike. I gotta reacclimate myself. Playing with a joystick and is what he and we frequent the arcades a lot. So I could never say I'm not good on stick, because that's what we was at.
That's what you was at.
So I can't. he always remind me that he's a thorn in my side. Like, yeah, whatever, bro. Sit down, let's go. And he'll hide the controllers and give me the fight stick. It makes me play on it because he know I can. Oh yeah, look, that's what brothers do. Like, brothers gonna get on your nerves. They don't care. But I'm saying Go ahead.
We got Coop up in here. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Coop and Blurdy up in here. And since he's the official NERDSoul financier, he got all the finance knowledge.
Do y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
So I want you to hear my response to that nonsense. I'm just a guy who try to use common sense. Don't put financier. I barely finance myself, but I dabble.
Coop, check this out. The pre-purchase of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves Special Edition, all right, which gives you the game and the Season 1, is only $59.99.
Total. Is that what you said?
So they giving you the base game and the first Season 1 pass for $60.
$60.
You know what I'm saying? They said you don't need no 100 with us.
All right, Coop, so what say you?
I got couple of things to say that this is amazing. First of all, I'll shout out to SNK. I'm not a fight game guy. I just dabble. I love the look and appeal of Fatal Fury. Always something I could never play SNK fighting games. It was weird, bizarre to me, but damn it, I love the art. And I just love the insanity that people kind of love for SNK. SNK used to be the most expensive thing with Neo Geo, so that's why I used to get. The fact that they now are like the cheapest, ain't that something? That's just amazing to me. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty good. I don't really, me personally, I don't pre-order. I don't care about no special collection of nothing because I'm a vendor. I don't have space for nothing. I gotta reorganize what I do for my business. So I'm like, my experience is I'm way a little bit different until I get the space and physical thing. I do not care about physical collection. I still like a physical game every blue moon, but even that, I'm kind of upset at myself because look, I just bought Pirate Yakuza. It was cold and rainy out here. I really was gonna buy the physical, but I just had one goal in mind, and I'm about to jump around. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm late on the topic, so I know y'all probably discussed all the topics I want to talk about.
Hey, we want to hear.
I had no desire to give GameStop my money because that GameStop CEO pissed me off. He tripping, and talk about DEI and woke is why they losing money. Of all people, I'm sorry to yelling. I'm like, you know what? Y'all done. Y'all dead to me.
Homie said GameStop been losing money because of DEI. I was like, word?
Boy, talking about DEI overseas.
So GameStop is broke because of DEI?
Man.
Word? I was like, all right, okay. If that's what you say, all right. I don't think so, but I mean, hey, look, y'all got the financials. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Bust out laughing, and I was pissed off at the same time because you don't want my money. You don't want my money.
The levels.
So I just like I bought it digital. I was like, it's cold. I don't feel like leaving. Hey, what up, man?
All right, say peace.
Peace. So make sure I'm glad I didn't curse.
NERDSoul Light. That's how NERDSoul Light.
That's how GameStop was getting me. It was getting me hot.
Getting you hot.
So, man, I bought it there. So just shout out to SNK for doing that because I'm about to put. I'm sorry, y'all. Me and Mike talk about this all the time and Open Mind. I am ready to get the coffin for GameStop. Because y'all couldn't fix yourselves after the whole gamification of your stock. Your stock is trash again. It ain't coming back. Y'all, if y'all still have that stock, just go ahead and just burn it. Just burn it.
Just burn it.
Because I know if you kept that stock for some reason, it's already been burnt. It already done burnt you. Look, Neo, the car company in Japan, in China, they burned me. I lost about 1,000. So I know what you lost in GameStop. Look, I sold a couple. I sold my Neo stock a couple of years ago. I was like, oh hell no! Like they playing. It's only gonna work in China.
My man
I can see the trends.
DEI, yo, look. If it wasn't for DEI, you know what I'm saying? GameStop still be the top. You know what? Steam wouldn't exist because GameStop would still be top. You know what I'm saying? People would still be doing midnight releases if only it wasn't for DEI.
If they actually invested in DEI, maybe they actually will have black people still want to support it. You can't look at how many black Twitch people. Like how many people here do Twitch? We all stream, right? Probably.
Mm-hmm. For the most part, I know open mind streams.
Yeah,
I stream. I mean, NERDSoul stream, Open Mind stream. How
TJ don't stream yet.
Okay, but for the most part,
I'm TJ Storm stream.
So go ahead, Coop. Three of us here out of 4 stream. That's 75%. Just out of a random collection of people talking about games on a Tuesday night. So if you are basically I see Twitch. I watch a lot of indie game stuff, whatever. The people go directly to them. There are several people, as we talked about indie games. Don't nobody mention nothing about GameStop. The only people who mention GameStop are the people who keep up this retro games market. And that's their niche. That's cool. I ain't mad at them. I'm not a collector. Don't even want to be. Unless I get a lot of money to blow, because them dudes gotta be either obsessively or balling in real life or both.
Yeah, because I don't even think like people are really playing these games. I think it's like a speculative market to a certain degree.
Oh, it's a super speculative market.
Right, where, you know, most collectors of games, in the sense of, it's like it's a personal hobby coming together. Like it's forming a guild.
I feel like some of them play. Yeah, I feel like they just Soul Level. Shout out to Soul Level. All right, yeah, you listen. Okay, but yeah, man, it just it's like, do they play the games? I don't know, but it's
because I be getting the emails, people invite me to it and stuff. I'm like, man, what am I do? I don't want to see no DS games. I don't want to.
So, I'm just saying.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved my first Game Boy, but I don't want a Game Boy now.
So the only people strongly invested in the support of GameStop are a bunch of 30, let's just say 30 and up, but really like 45 and up, my age and up. Yeah. People who won't let the 90s go, who keep wanting these things, who deny supply chain updates and management. When Target, Walmart, Best Buy are getting out of, Best Buy is still kind of there, but all the big box stores that are successful have gotten out of they have left Xbox alone, because Xbox don't even want to be in physical gaming. As we all know, they gonna get out and people still
they got their Gamepads rolling. They good with theirs.
They good with theirs, right?
PlayStation is kind of iffy. It'll be about the next system after, as we said, about 6 years they will probably be done with physical. Only Nintendo will remain with that. So basically, GameStop, you are a rusty dusty antique, man. You selling stuff that. Oh, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that I think, you know, PlayStation 7 will be all digital by that time. Like, it's for most people that, you know what? Here it is. We talked about games, and the one thing I did like to mention was thank you, SNK, for giving it to us for that 60. You know what I'm saying? You could they're gonna keep me for 40 somewhere else. I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give it to them because I'm gonna want them extra characters.
They gonna get that.
Nevertheless, I have a digital collection. I have like 400 plus games, and there's gonna come a time, because once my options hit, bro, I hear you about over there on the stocks. I know mine's go. You know, I'm gonna get it, and they go work, and I'm gonna have time to play those games eventually, because I miss COVID.
One of these days.
So Coop, you came in a little late, and I mentioned you at the beginning of the show because we gonna stay on topic yet, but I kind of want to circle back just for you. Coop.
Sure.
Absolutely. They was talking about they've done this. They've laid off some staff over there at Marvel Rivals. So I was just wondering how you doing. Are you okay? Because that's your drug. I just want to make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying? Because what's happened? That just, to me, I'm about to pass it to you. To me, and you can speak better than I can because this is your game. To me, that spells slow demise. So, like, how you feel about them laying off people?
It's super early for that too.
I'm checking on you, Coop. That's all. I'm just checking on you. Go ahead.
To be honest, I don't know if I have enough information, but basically I am the guy that will look in the comments to see, unfortunately, like, all this shit is political, excuse my language, but all this shit becomes political. You got the people, you know, the no DEI people, then you have other people who are a little more sensible, whatever. I am of the mind that I don't think it's the major big deal at the moment. However, that is super early, because one person who might have been like anti, this is what the rumblings, or the people who hate anything that's somewhat open-minded progressive, they like, oh, they from Seattle, ha ha ha, they thought it was funny. So it may be possible that their contract just ran out and they did their work, maybe it could be misconstrued by the media. However, if the worst come to shove, that NetEase got from these guys what they needed and gave them the boot that is pretty dirty, it may still work where like, okay, they got to make it work. But I did read a little bit, like I think they were did some level design work, other stuff. So on one hand, the game may be fine, but is it dirty business practices? Possibly so. We're never going to hear nothing clear from NetEase. Chinese company, they don't care.
Yeah, they ain't telling you nothing.
They know who's on their side. They making money. They got the deal. So they're going to be Chinese companies are going to be radio silent. They're going to only tell you what you need to know
to hear
and what's going to make money. Because they crawfish, as we say in Louisiana, they crawfish. People say, oh, they crawfished on Rank the K. Those people got on
I forgot, Coop. TJ Storm, that's my brother. He also from Louisiana too. He out there in New Orleans. So y'all both out there. Y'all ain't been formally introduced.
Oh, by the way, since you from the boot, it is, the spirit is a little low with some management here, but it is 225 Day. Shout out to Baton Rouge.
Oh, 225 Day.
225 Day, February 25. So if you like to jig. Baton Rouge started the jig thing. I don't care what Baltimore say. That came from Baton Rouge. They stole it.
Jigging? They did.
Jigging is us.
That's definitely
we've been jigging for. Look, I moved away in 2003, and jigging kind of like came in 2002, 2003. I came back and I got introduced to jigging. That was 20-something years ago, people. That's how long we've been jigging. It ain't stopping. All right? I just left work listening to the Jigga Train. I'm like, all right. I'm a little down. I say, but I gotta play Fox Jigga Train, because that's my Jigga. That's my 225 song that I gotta play. Okay. Look, if you want to look at the hashtag now, 225.
For those that
see some good and some ignorance. Just look at the hashtag.
For those that ate from the boot, what do you mean by they crawfish on that? What does that mean?
Means they backed it up. They basically like, oh, we gonna do this. We going to like this rank. It's a live service game. Those people got so mad and rightfully mad, saying, oh no, you are not gonna take my rank away. Like, do you not see what y'all did to Overwatch? You want to be Overwatch? You want to be Overwatch? Because because look, y'all, I don't even play rank because rank is annoying. I'm probably gonna start because I do love the Marvel characters or whatever, and I do want some of them skins. Like, I don't be caring about skins. I don't want to buy skins, but if you're gonna give me a skin, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take the pain because I do want the Invisible Woman black cat suit. Because it's cool. It look good.
Speaking of taking a rank away, TJ Storm hit me with a link last night or night before last, and it was a Tekken talk that I didn't know was happening. So I sat there and I watched it, and they're about to take away everybody's rank on Tekken. Now, mind you, I got the God of Destruction on 2 separate accounts, and I only did it the second time to see if I could do it. It wasn't easy the second go around. It was actually harder the second time around, but I got there, and that's when I decided to just retire from ranked. I played Tekken with TJ Storm and our other brother Wayne, but it's just the three of us, and it's just that. Like, one of them or both of them will hit me up and say, "Yo, you home? You busy? Whatever. Let's jump on some Tekken."
Just jump on,
and that's it. I only play with them.
And like, here it is,
just to stay fresh. But I'm not on rank mode no more.
I only play with you guys to the effect of it made me come back to here it is, Marvel having these layoffs. We all know, he said in the beginning, it's politics, it's propaganda. What? And
I will be certain it's NetEase. It's Marvel is just a license, so I don't want to be like it's Marvel. Yeah. It is NetEase, so
here it is. Those transitions are gonna come. We just hope that it provide some type of stimulation to, let's do the best we can with what we have now to show them how great of a product we have, or they're going towards the other side.
Okay.
Now I'll say this.
And that's one more reason why I'm not gonna come back to Tekken and stay retired because if you got a destruction, they didn't say what your rank is. They said they're gonna push you back 3 ranks. They're doing a rank reset with this release of Anna Williams, right?
And I didn't even worry about ranking up. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
So my thing was,
is there a reason why they're back at it? Just because the release of a character?
No, it's not just that. They're about to do some balance adjustments. They're about to add some new mechanics to the game. So with those balance adjustments, everybody's getting a new move, and then they're gonna balance out the rage art, not rage art.
The heat engage. Right.
They're gonna adjust and add a new mechanic to the heat engage. So what they're doing is they'll say, so everybody who made it to God of Destruction, you're gonna go back to Tekken King, and then so on and so forth down the line, wherever your rank is, highest rank character, they're gonna push you back like 3 ranks. So where I stand with that is, okay, I was already retired anyway. If you pushing me back to Tekken King from God of Destruction, I'm totally fine with being a Tekken King. That's still gold. That's still the God rank tier because it's Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, Tekken God Supreme, then God of Destruction. Okay, so if you're gold rank, you're kind of a god anyway. I don't have to beat Destruction. I still got the clips. I still got the proof that I made it there. So if I'm showing Tekken King come April when she drops, that's fine. Because guess what I'm going to be doing in April? I'm going to be playing Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I don't really care. Go ahead.
My thing about rank, though, it just killed me like you said, putting people back 3. I understand 1, and maybe I understand more in a fighting game. But in a team-based 6v shooter, you're going to drop people 3, and your game just came out. You're not a year old yet.
Yeah.
That
Marvel Rivals is what, like 2 months?
3 months.
1 month?
Like, 2 months? Really more like, it's like, almost 3 months, I would say.
3 months. Right.
Almost 3 months. And they had the beta. It's like, come on, y'all. Like, that's a little ridiculous. Even though, as a Marvel fan and a used to be Overwatch person who paid for Overwatch, and then they did what they did with Overwatch 2, which felt super scammy. You're going to get all the characters free for now, unless that change. But the money is probably rolling in good from the skins. The skins are high. So it's like, I'm not tripping about, I'm going to say the Gooners. Shout out to the Gooners spending their money left and right because they want to see some digital butt cheeks. That's cool for them. I appreciate y'all money.
Digital butt
Keep the game rolling. Look, again, I promise you, a Visible Woman have funded somebody's salaries by herself.
Invisible.
And,
man, they
and between Visible Woman, between Psylocke, and between Magic, those 3 right there alone and probably got people,
I'm pretty sure.
And then, and then people love Spider-Man. They gonna get all the Spider-Mans.
They want the
and the Venom skins. So
and the digital.
So for me, as a person who just want to play with the people who got the powers from the stories that I know, and it makes sense. Like, look, Thing dropped. I'm having so much fun with Thing because Thing. I hate that. Like, but for me, us as comic book podcasters. They got the Thing to be way better than the Hulk. I'll say way better. I'll say this. To me, the Thing is easier to pick up than the Hulk. The Thing, they each have their own downsides. Like both of them have jumps, but they work different. Thing, you got to use your jump to shield your teammate. You cannot like super jump without it. But if you got good teammates behind you, like if you rolling with the Thing, oh my God, it's fun because he got a super punch with no cooldown. And he got a charge, and you cannot. And Spider-Man, people cannot displace him, which means Spider-Man cannot web you up and sling you off the map. You can do that with the Hulk for some reason. And the Hulk is stronger, and but it just they gave him more unmovable rock type of movement. Again, Chinese company, they just like they got to make it a little sizzle. And then, of course, because you got all the Fantastic Four, not to go all deep in Rivals, they basically all get more energy because of Visible Woman giving them powers. So you go, like right now, you're going to see the Fantastic Four a lot. The Thing, and when he hits you, it sounds like a bell going off. It's like old cartoony, ringing your clock, punching you in the face. Funny. So I get my fighting game mix in with the thing because all he got is hands and he slap you with rocks.
Yeah, he ain't got no hands. His teammates with rock,
but shout out to all the Loki players because I became a Loki player because I get to steal everybody's power. Well, you don't steal it, but you clone it. So it's like you still. Let's say if I want to play with the thing and you take the thing. Well, I'm gonna play this anyway because, like you say, your powers are mine. I love Loki, man. When you learn how to use Loki, the world of the game, people hate you.
It open up to you.
It opens up, but Loki is one of those people. They see Loki, they try to mash your brains in first because anybody who know what Loki can do to you, you should kill him the moment you see him. But I tell you though, if you got a Psylocke or I got a Psylocke or I have a cloak and dagger, I'm rolling right. I'm gonna be in line sight. I'm gonna make your life hell. Especially if I steal Psylocke. I told you
Marvel Rivals was Coop's crack. That's why I wanted to check on Coop.
I'm telling you,
I told y'all that.
And that's the thing. Like the game is so good, and the game people love the game so much. I'm like, this is kind of early in the game's life cycle to be hearing news like this. But it could, like Coop said, it could just be like their contract was up and they're reporting it like
down the middle, and it could be where like, look, shout out to our liberal friends, but I know sometimes they have their things where they do it, they push something up, blah blah blah. But I understand why they might do it because you got all these people, no woke, no DEI. The Chinese people don't do woke games, and I'm like, oh my god, will you shut up? All right.
Just for people that don't know, because they'd be like, what is woke? Woke basically means anything black they don't like. Like they just term it woke. They don't really know what it means. But what it means for them is black people.
I want to speak to that woke stuff. Because I think what's his name? Tim Wise. I don't know what his name.
Okay.
I don't know who I was listening to that said this. When it comes to fictional characters, and I'm talking to y'all out in the zeitgeist who may come across this video, stop getting mad when they change the race of a fictional character. Whether it's a video game or a movie or a comic book like Marvel or DC. Like let's say they made up like the fact that they did the Little Mermaid. I'm gonna be light with it. I ain't gonna go into too much detail because I'm only using an example here. The Little Mermaid was a black girl, and Twitter went off. This is before I deactivated Twitter. Twitter went all the wokeism. Oh, and another example, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series where they made April O'Neil a black girl, right? Okay, they lost their mind. April O'Neil was black. Hold on real quick. I need you Mayo people, those of you who cringe at the studios or whoever that changed the race of your fictional character that's not real.
The fictional character.
I need y'all to chill out because it's fiction. These aren't real people anyway.
And so they're going to be white again.
Your racism. If you're showing your bigotry, you're showing your racism by even lashing out at the fact that their race was changed on a fictional character. Pass them.
In fact, I want to jump in what you said about the turtle. See, me and NERDSoul know this. We as podcasters of culture know these things. So, and I'm turned 44 this year. So, folks, if you out there listening, you out there get mad on your keyboard, I want you to look at the ex-wife of one of the creators of the Ninja Turtles, and you tell me where April is. April is a black woman. She always was a black woman. They whitened her up for the more cartoony TV show. The Dark series, she had a Jerry Carroll perm almost. She looked like she had a Rick James almost. Because that's what she looked like. And you see his wife, his ex-wife, beautiful, mixed black woman. She's black. I'm sorry to tell you.
She was like Ray Don Chong or something like that.
I just don't understand why they mad about it. Marvel character, DC character, video game character, whatever character. These are movie characters.
Because we exist. Because we exist and they don't like it.
I mean, at the base of it, I'll say this and we'll move on. Because I know we've been here long, over an hour, so I'll say this. At the base of it, the issue is we were never meant to be free.
Ooh.
Now we're free.
Deep.
They don't like that. We're supposed to be a permanent underclass. And sometimes that's not happening exactly how they want it to do. Yeah. So they don't feel that at all. And their only place to lash out is on the internet.
And let me throw this in too, just for the ladies. You know, when throw in the woke part 2 for them. It does mean black. 99% mean black. But also, if they make women look realistic and not, you know, booby physics and run around with zero waste, with quadruple D, whatever, and they be like, "Oh, you made them look like if you need a video game to get your rocks off or something, you might need to chill out."
Now, honestly, this is Tomb Raider's fault. Tomb Raider did this. All right,
you blame it Tomb Raider. Laura Croft, it's her fault.
I'm blaming Tomb Raider and I'm blaming DOA.
Look, all I'm gonna say is we know fight games are never gonna tune it down, but like I get what like Concord, like the whole people, like as a Marvel Rivals fan, but also as a black person, is nuance, folks. And I'm gonna just say this real quick, and I'm gonna go. The way they use the Concord meme, y'all probably seen the Concord meme. Was Concord something that I ever gonna get? No, because it cost $40, and Overwatch was free to play. Overwatch was the granddaddy of it. I'm not even a big shooter guy, but when I get to one that I like, that's mostly hero shooter. I don't do Fortnite. I don't do looter shooter because I'm not a great shot. I don't feel like having to run around, get my weapon each time, and then do that. Give me what I got. Just kind of like it's kind of like a fight. 6v6 hero is akin to a fighter game. You don't get no upgrades. You got to figure out what you have and work within your team comp.
Yeah.
And that is important. How can you help win the mission or win the domination? Is either mission or move the payload, or you stand king of the hill and you find a way to survive, and who is the last man standing in a certain amount of time. I'm probably better in domination just because if I can get a square circle and I know how to hurt you and you can't run, then, or I know how to heal and kill at the same time, I know how to help my team better in some maps than I just do in other. Definitely. But that's either here or there. But they look at Concord and they're like, they're looking like, see, this ain't woke, because they had a lot of say black women characters or ambiguous whatever. And some of the designs for Concord was kind of crummy, but I hate how people use that and then show you Invisible Woman, show you Psylocke, this and that. Look, y'all, there's so many layers to it. Those characters were made from the 60s on up, from the swinging free sex era, to make women look impossibly perfected. At like, women have babies and they may not look like that, whatever. And that's fine. Not saying you can this and that. I don't know. I ain't a woman. I'm just saying there's difference in women. All right. Like, you know, just using that one body type, you know, for all of it is a little unrealistic. And I need some dudes to grow up. And I'd like, if you want to look at that, porn is free, y'all. Porn, like, go,
you got it. It don't have to be in the game.
You don't have to go to the game and yell at women and be like, they did blah, 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 why they do this? Y'all are woke. Like, shut up. It's not like, good God. Guess what? Fat people exist. Fat black people exist. Skinny black people exist. Old black people exist.
Short people, tall people like
exist. People with dreads exist. Right? People that look like Wesley Snipes that can fight exist. You got people exist. So, I'm saying, how the hell do you play a fight game that got people from Mexico? You know the world back. You go all around the world, see everybody from every damn country, and you talk about I ain't woke. It's people exist around. I'm sorry, bro. I just like that's what got me mad when I saw this. I have to have a blind eye. Like, I love this game, but I know there's a come a time where I might have to abandon Marvel Rivals if they keep tripping. If any decay happen with level design, first of all, I'm already getting mad. Like, all right, look, y'all, I get it. This is the storyline. I gotta be dark. I need some brightness next time y'all do a battle. Like, it's a little dark, a little demonic looking. All right, this ain't exactly Marvel. Like, it's a little dark. We get it. With season 2 is Dracula. I want to get off this next season. Give me some sunshine.
You want to get
off?
Get
off this. Listen, some of this dark imagery, and I like my supernatural. But
look, I
some
told
sunshine, y'all.
Marvel Rivals is Coop's crack, and
it's too much dark.
I was concerned for Coop. That's why I'm so, see, y'all see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
He's going off because
he let him open up.
I know Egypt is coming. I need Egypt. Give me Egypt with sunlight. It's okay Egypt, to have a sunny level.
I just hope you know Egypt about to have mad white people in it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be robots. It's gonna be robots. They already got a version of it listed. It's gonna be some wild Marvel stuff. Man. It ain't gonna be black.
Anyway, I'll throw it to TJ's store. TJ, final thoughts and where can they find you?
Come on, bro.
Final thoughts, you can find me on PlayStation Network at TJ Store. Catch these buttons. If you want to, inbox me, you think I don't have the skills to play that game, go ahead. Try to find out. Catch these buttons. You know how to find me. Go ahead, pass that mic.
All right, Open Mind.
Open Mind, spell it with a Y on Blue Sky. Open Mind 82, spell it with a Y on YouTube. And y'all know what it is. I'm FGC, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be on Fatal Fury when it come out. I don't care about Tekken's rank drop. I don't care about Anna Williams. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm getting Bruce this season.
Oh, shout out to Team Corrupt, just for nothing.
Just for the heck of it. Corrupt.
Shout out to Team Corrupt. Whenever they get that game on PlayStation, I'm going to be playing Corrupt and Fatal Fury.
Hey.
And listen, I'll play 2XKO whenever it drops. But Corrupt probably gonna be out. Corrupt gonna be out before 2XKO.
And 2XKO ain't that thing ain't coming out till like 28.
And I'm saying that to smush it in Tekken's face, smush it in Street Fighter face. I'm gonna be on Fatal Fury City of the Wolves heavy. I'm gonna be on Corrupt heavy. And I'm gonna be on Ninja Gaiden heavy and Onimusha heavy. So I'm gonna have a lot to do. I don't care that Tekken is changing some stuff and how y'all feel about the modded controls and all that stuff. Listen, come test me because you see it on your screen right now. I'm playing on modded controls, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and I'm beating you classic controls dudes up. So So at the end of the day, it ain't about the controls. It's about the person mashing the controls. Get these buttons. Holla at your boy. Passing the mic.
All right, Coop. You know what I'm saying? LL Coop J.
Oh no, man, no, not him either, bro.
Oh man,
I already told you, man. Any of these celebrities,
circa late '80s, LL Coop J. Before he started doing country songs and.
Before he was talking about accidental racism and stuff, But I'm telling you, bro, any celebrity that you put my name to that I know how they bred his mother,
they all did wrong.
Drop my name from them. I don't care what. Don't mix me. Don't combine me in. Mutate me in with them.
Never just wrong.
Nah. But look, Snoop let me down. Ice Cube let me down. I'm done. Ain't no more. But y'all can catch me, of course. Blurred_IS on Twitch. I will be playing a lot of Yakuza. I may not even. I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna go back to streaming Marvel Rivals. I just played to play it, but I will try to stream Yakuza. Just so y'all know, I know y'all talked about games long. It is long enough for me. They say 30 hours. That 30 is going to be like 50 for me because I read the text. I'm doing this and try to get the stuff. Make sure that I level up and don't get to a boss.
Okay.
He completely watched me. So I don't know where they come up with these 30 hours. Look, I got a family. I have a job. I play the game maybe a little bit slower. I take pause breaks. If that's how it's factored into this total, 50 hours for me. So I can't just watch a whole new RPG in a weekend. Might be a month for me, y'all. Yeah, so just bear with me.
I be like, y'all really ain't got nothing to do.
I don't know how you beat a game like that in a weekend. I don't know how the hell you do it. I don't even know if you know all the shortcuts.
You don't have no family. They don't have no.
You have to not have a family. and you got to play for a whole shift of work, like 10 hours, 15, and take like bathroom break. I don't want to play no game like that, y'all. Look, I when I play Rivals, I got about 3 hours in me at max, and then my thumbs are mushed, and I just like, all right, I gotta do something else. 2 hours, I'm good, and then like if I'm on a losing streak, I'm cutting it off. Like I ain't gonna be just suffering. But RPG, that's like watching like Marvel, having a Marvel movie back to back marathon. I don't know how people do it. Like I don't know how people Twitch stream for like a day. I can't do it. It's just not. It's not in my repertoire. But
that's why they Google over these female characters. That's why they losing it, because they don't have a female character in their house.
You'll start it up.
I'm just saying, even if you go there, if you gotta go digital, IG is free. She have real people.
Digital butt cheeks. Digital butt cheeks.
Digital butt cheeks.
They said they spent the $59.99 already on the video game. Why pay OnlyFans $59.99? They got their little digital girl.
Yeah, got it. Got the digital butt cheeks.
I'm gonna just say this, not for my own experience. Digital butt cheeks are free. That's all I'm gonna say. You find it, it's out there, y'all. It's a way to find. If you like AI and CG, I promise you, some artists. What's the rule?
Unfortunately, it's out there.
Just remember,
34, whatever you can imagine, some artists have already created it.
Yeah, it's out there.
With that being said, artists already created it and recreated it. The one I have a problem with, Konami, we'll talk about that next time.
Oh,
that Metal
boy.
Gear remake, that price. Yeah. Tough.
And I'm just gonna say this, then I'm gonna go WB. Y'all need to quit making games, because I know what y'all talking about. WB. I mean, Multiverses was gonna happen regardless. They just didn't care. Multiverse is another failure. They also done canceled Monolith, another thing that they canceled about 3 studios. WB, I want y'all to sell those Midway properties to somebody who would take care of those games. I would love to see another Gauntlet and Rampage in my life, but I know that's only going to come from indie companies. I bought a Rampage but I feel like with certain legacy games, even if you just use them to make the simplest version of games.
Coming back. Gauntlet is actually coming back. I seen a
preview
for that. Yes.
WB
really
Games.
Coming back.
What studio
Gauntlet. I don't know who picked it up, but they definitely doing a remake.
Did WB sell them? Please let me know if they got rid of the license.
So
if WB still own it,
you got to look that up now.
I say that they don't really see it. I just don't believe it's gonna happen.
We talk about 4-player Gauntlet, correct?
Yes, because WB owns that. Because that's
Or maybe they used to. Who knows?
Hopefully they sold it.
I thought it was Atari had it.
Nah, well, Atari had it, but WB, when it became Midway Games,
WB wound up acquiring it. Gotcha.
Yeah, Atari got so many nebulous, like Atari is like 3-4 different companies that somehow still exist under the Atari. Like Atari ain't Atari. The people who bought Atari changed their name to Atari because they know Atari has a bigger brand than information games. So Atari really don't exist, and Digital Clips is a part of that. So Atari is like, at least they make games. Unlike WB, they don't really close. Atari keeps coming back somehow. I don't know how. It's like the undead.
The name is too powerful.
It's too strong. It's a strong name, man. Like it's just brand recognition. Like the people who buy a company, they'd be like, oh, Crunchyroll, for example. Like Sony, like who own Funimation, basically put it under the Crunchyroll umbrella because it's a stronger name.
Mm-hmm.
And I see how people misreport that, be like, oh, Crunchyroll bought this, Funimation bought that. No, Sony bought it. Funimation bought Crunchyroll. That is the truth. Like, I just sit back like people don't know what they talking about. Y'all report this wrong.
Final thoughts, NERDSoul.
They misunderstand.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, yeah, man. But find me, Geek Cooper, Facebook, blah blah blah, blurred eye, period ISSIG. Y'all find me.
Y'all find me. I guess final thoughts. Look, try to make sure you finish your game before you sell it. All right, that's all I'm saying. Just try to make sure you finish your game. Now, shouts out to SNK because I see you out there. You're selling the season pass and the base game together, only $60. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, kudos. If the game is finished, when you drop it. Also, Atari actually has a handheld coming out relatively soon. I know I saw it. It started coming across my desk. Hold up. Atari does have a.
Pass us that link after the show. Pass me that link. I need to see that.
Like I need to see that. Atari has a handheld coming soon. It's the Atari 50 Pocket Player Pro. So yeah, you know what that is?
Pass me that link after the show.
Why does it sound like an MP3 player?
Oh man, but anyway,
because Coop, you're mean.
NERD
classic.
Oh man, NERD SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Till the next time, check me out on Blue Sky. Check me out on whatever. Let's talk games down below and play some Corrupt. Go get Corrupt. Awesome fighting game. Only 6 people made the thing. Only 6 people, and the thing looks awesome. So until next time. Y'all stay real, keep your head up, stay woke. Peace.
Peace.
Digital butt cheeks will not save you.
Digital butt cheeks was outlandish.
No, that's yeah. I told y'all that was Coop crack, man. Like, y'all bet you gotta do right by Marvel Rivals, or you go hear from Coop. Like, Coop go come.